Okay, good evening, everybody. On behalf of Rob Martin, my name is Rohan Bansali, and welcome to our webinar. Just going to slide on over to the screen share, and we can get started. We'll do some housekeeping just before we get started there. All righty. I got the hang of this thing. All right, great. So, just by way of overview, I'm going to speak for the first 15 minutes. If you have any questions, there's a chat box down below that Rob can answer any questions you might have. And for the back half, when Rob's going to tell us about the business opportunity, I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. If you have questions afterwards, it's best to get back to the coach that invited you, but you can certainly get in touch with us as well. This is my contact information. You can find me on Facebook. That's my business page. Or teamfinderfocus@gmail.com, or my website, teamfinderfocus.com. This is Rob's info.
You can reach me at countryclubfitnessgm@gmail.com or firstteamfitness.com, but probably the easiest way to reach is honestly Messenger on Facebook or direct text.
Yeah, that's, we can get back to you pretty quickly that way, so feel free to contact us that way after the presentation. Okay, so we're going to talk today about the coach opportunity. Two operative words right there. The first, it's about being a coach. It's about helping someone achieve their goals, and it's an opportunity. It's a chance for you not only to help someone change their lives, but to help change your life through building a really wonderful business. So just a little bit about me real quickly. I became a Beachbody customer in 2011. So about 6 months before I made the decision to be part of Beachbody, this is what I looked like. I had this big old gut and like 9 chins. And if you've ever heard of the metabolic syndrome, this is what the metabolic syndrome looks like in a person, pre-diabetes, that kind of thing. And I decided that this certainly wasn't the way I wanted to live. I was coming up on my 40th birthday, and I found a copy of Power 90, one of Beachbody's earliest programs. Not very exciting. It was 4 workouts spread out over 90 days. So basically 2 for 6 weeks and 2 for another 6 weeks. Took a lot of focus, but I had some nice results. And despite all that, I refused to try Shakeology because I don't believe in shakes. That's what I felt like at the time. It's a funny story now because we won't go anywhere without it. So then after about 2 years of being a Beachbody customer, I became a coach. Now, my own coach asked me a couple of times to get involved with the coaching business, but I said no. I have a full-time job. I don't have time for this. I'm too busy. I don't believe in sales. I don't know anything about it. I'm still fat, all this kind of stuff. Turns out all that is a bunch of nonsense, but we all feel that way sometimes. And so, it's important to know that even coaches who have been successful felt that way in the beginning. And even after I signed up for about 8 months, I didn't do anything at all until P90X3 came out, and that really, changed things for me. Now I'm a 2-star diamond coach. That in and of itself doesn't mean all that much, except to say that I've had some level of success with the business, even though I had all those, concerns and excuses when I first started things up. Much more importantly, I'm a father of 2. And there on the left, you can see my son's a few months old. And I had that big old belly again and all those chins, and I was definitely not a healthy person. And then on the right, you can see my daughter, who is who came on a couple of years later, and my son, who's not quite so little, on my shoulders. And this is really the heart of what we do with Beachbody. We make generational transformations, helping moms and dads become healthier and set better examples for their children. And ultimately, this guy on the left couldn't do what the guy on the right is doing. And that's really what Beachbody means to me. Work-wise, I'm actually a cardiologist. I work full-time in practice in New York. Again, not that important, except to tell you that I'm a fairly busy guy. I work 60 to 80 hours a week. If I'm on call, it could be 80 and up. 2 weeks ago, I came off one of the most brutal calls of my career. But I still had time to work my Beachbody business, because I focused, a specific amount of time every day to working it. So even if you're an extremely busy professional, this is a business that you can handle just by budgeting out your time. And I'm a runner. Again, the important part of that is not so much about being a runner, but it's about what Beachbody has let me become. For years and years, I couldn't even run a quarter mile on a track. I would be exhausted. Thanks to Beachbody, it has let me try things I never thought I could do. And I've since run many half marathons and 3 full marathons. And it's an amazing feeling for me to be able to say that kind of thing. So let's talk about what Beachbody is and what Team Beachbody is and what they mean to us. Beachbody is a company that was formed by Carl Deichler and John Condon, our CEO and our president, respectively. And they sort of had an informal conversation and said, hey, let's form a fitness company to help people get in shape. Now, this is a pretty saturated market back then. We had all sorts of products, Tybo and Dimaster and the Gazelle and all this stuff. So Beachbody was in stiff competition, but they had a real vision for how they were going to support people through their journeys. And they went out and they created Power 90, which is that video that I did for the first time. I got great results. And then they really upped the ante. And in 2004, the entire game changed. And they released P90X. Now, everybody, or most people, have heard of P90X. It basically revolutionized home fitness in America. It was a 90-day program, very intensive, boot camp style. I know people were losing hundreds and hundreds of pounds, but it is a hard program. And actually, Rob will show you a great story about when he started P90X. And without support, people were having trouble being successful. So they were reaching out to people who had already completed P90X, so-called P90X grads, and they were acting as mentors. And these people had this mentor-mentee relationship. Not only were they more successful at completing P90X, but they had much better results with it. So in 2007, Beachbody said, hey, we better codify this and really help people get great results. Let's create a team of mentors to help people become successful. And Team Beachbody was then created, and since then it has been a veritable explosion of programs. And I promise you, this is a dated slide because we've had so many more since then. But let me point out some highlights here. Insanity came out in 2009. Now that is a very aptly named program because that thing is crazy. I had some of my best results after that program, but it will work you very hard. Body Beast, which is one of Rob's favorite programs and something I'm actually doing right now, it's a program that Beachbody created to develop muscle and for strength building, and was primarily targeted at men. But what we found was that women were having incredible results with the program. We don't talk about it much, but we should. Weightlifting in women is very, very important. It helps develop lean muscle mass, helps prevent osteoporosis, helps prevent diabetes. But we still have this terrible gym culture where women sometimes are intimidated to go to the weight rack and lift heavy. Thankfully, that's changing, but it's still present. And so Body Beast basically gave women a chance to have a personal trainer tell you how to lift weights properly in the privacy of your own home, and gave them a chance to really get into weightlifting, and they were having tremendous results. So really opened some new doors with that program. In mid 2013, T25 came out and really sort of blew out the last excuse that people have, which I don't have enough time. T25 is 25 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That's it. Nobody can tell you they don't have 25 minutes a day in their own house to do a workout. There's just no excuse. You don't have to go to a gym. You don't need a ton of equipment. You don't need a ton of space. All you need is a way to play the program and to do the workout, and that's it. So really had tremendous results for people. P90X3 came out a few months later, really turned my world around, and it was with 30-minute workouts a day. So again, very time efficient, really big variety of programs. Helped me run my first half marathon. And then 21-Day Fix came out in 2014, and that bridged the last gap, which was nutrition, and gave people who don't know a macronutrient from a micronutrient, don't know what a carb is, a fat is, a protein is, and basically gave them the tools to balance their macronutrients without counting calories, without counting, grams of carbohydrates, and just basically gave them color-coded containers and the amount that they could eat in a day. And as long as it fit in the containers, they could eat it, produce amazing results, and really improve nutrition. And just a little side story for me, the original Power 90 is what I had success with. They revamped it in late 2014 with the updated P90, and I put my then 70-year-old mom in the program. She lost 30 pounds, became non-diabetic. So it went full circle for me. And this is what really Beachbody means to me. It's something that I have. Everyone that I love is on a program and involved with Beachbody in some way. My mom, my sister, of course, my wife, my family. we do it together because it means a lot to us, and it's really changed our lives. So what is it so special about Beachbody compared to all those other fitness companies and programs that have gone by the wayside? I mean, they had great we have great fitness programs, but things like Taibo and wonderful fitness programs. Well, we don't just approach it from one perspective. There's a nutritional component, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. There's peer support, which is that coaching network. We help people to stay on their programs. And of course, there are rewards for being part of Team Beachbody, which is how you build your business and create an income for yourself. And Rob's going to tell you a little bit about that in a few minutes. So let's talk about the nutritional programs. So Shakeology is our hallmark nutritional product. And if you ask a coach what they think of Shakeology, they'll tell you it is our daily dose of dense superfood nutrition, which is absolutely ridiculous until you break it down into what those things mean. So it's daily. It's something you can have every day and not think about it. So if you're wondering every day, what should I have for breakfast? Should I have oatmeal? Because everyone's supposed to have oatmeal. Should I have bacon and eggs and have no carbs? Because no one should have carbs. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You take your Shakeology, throw it in the blender, boom, you're done, and you have your best meal of the day right off the bat. Or if you're like me and you have it for dinner, you don't have to guess on the way home what you're going to have for dinner, if there's anything in the fridge, if you got to go to the grocery stores, everything prepped. None of that. You take your Shakeology, boom, you throw it in, done. Dinner's done, and you have a great, healthy meal, and you don't have to feel guilty about anything. We say it's your dose. Now, Shakeology is not a medication, but I'll tell you, I am constantly exposed to germs, bacteria, pathogens, viruses in the hospital. And I tell you, this flu season, half the hospital staff went down with the flu, and I'm walking around without a mask like I am impenetrable. And I really chalked that up to Shakeology. It has a lot of superfoods, and you can see some of them here, that boost the immune system, things like shaga. It also has a whole bunch of other things that, improve your hair and your skin, digestion, your vitality, cuts cravings, help you lose weight. It's just a really tremendous, wonderful all-around shake that you can drink every day, that you don't have to worry about having GMOs or non-organic stuff, that, really will improve your health and help you lose weight. There's no question about it. I refused to try it for 2 years, to the point that, my wife said, look, this is ridiculous. We got to try the shake. Now we don't go anywhere without it. In fact, we went to Italy last summer for our 10-year wedding anniversary, and we took Shakeology with us to Italy. That's how much we love the shakes. There's a flavor for everybody, depending on what your preferences are. That chocolate, that's front and center, that has always been my favorite. But I also happen to love the strawberry and the greenberry. My wife used to love that tropical strawberry, but then one day this new flavor came out called Cafe Latte, which is sort of a coffee flavor, and then we never saw tropical strawberry again. Cafe Latte is definitely taken over our house. So whatever your flavor, whatever you enjoy, there is a Shakeology flavor for you to provide those benefits. Going on in the supplement line, we have the performance line. And basically, this is a group of supplements to help you get the most out of your workouts and to recover the most quickly. So there is a pre-workout Energize, a post-workout, intra-workout Hydrate, which is the hypotonic solution to replace sweat and electrolyte loss, post-workout Recover, and even an overnight recharge. That has been my saving grace. That overnight recharge helps prevent delayed onset muscle soreness, which is that annoying muscle soreness that you get a couple of days after you work out. And of course, creatine, which is the most heavily studied supplement around. So basically, the way these things are so effective that Beachbody became the official sponsor of the Ironman triathlon. If you're not sure what that is, an Ironman is a 140 plus mile race, and running, swimming, and bicycling. And those guys race. They race for between 8 and 14 hours, let alone how many hours and hours of training they have. So a race that's that, strenuous, they better have supplements that work. And these supplements are the official supplements of the Ironman triathlon and have a ton of science behind them. Really effective stuff, have changed the very nature of my workouts. So, of course, you're saying, great, you have these great fitness products, the great nutritional products, the supplements. How do I know any of this stuff works? Well, here you can see some of the people who've had success with Beachbody programs. And people come in all shapes and sizes, genders and colors. Some had a whole lot of weight to lose. Some had just a little bit of weight to lose. Some need to put on some muscle and get ripped. Whatever your goals are, Beachbody has a program that will help you meet that. And not only that, they have a coach that's already gone through what you're going through who can help guide you through the process, which brings us to the heart of what you want to hear about, which is what is coaching about? What is it to be a peer support coach in Beachbody? Well, let's talk a little bit about what it's not. Okay, you don't have to be a fitness or nutrition expert. I am not a fitness and nutrition expert. I had like 3 hours of nutrition in medical school, none of which is applicable here. Rob has a great background in fitness and nutrition. I don't, but I'm very good at connecting people with Beachbody because they are the fitness and nutrition experts. You do not already have to be at your fitness and nutrition goals. I certainly wasn't even close when I became a coach. People don't identify with that level of perfection. They identify with people who are willing to put themselves out there and tell people about their journey and be consistent with what they're doing. And you don't have to be an experienced salesperson. We don't want experienced salespeople. What we want are people who are willing to share what Beachbody means to them and share their journey with other people. So, you post every day on Facebook or Instagram, whatever, about your workouts, about the fact that you drink Shakeology. People see that and they're like, oh, well, this person's really believes in this. It's really making a difference. And look, they're losing weight and they look like me. I can do this too. Of course, you have to be committed to being a proof of the product, that the product works. You can't talk about how great Shakeology is if you don't actually drink Shakeology. And most importantly, you have to be willing to grow into the person that you need to be a great Beachbody coach. You don't come into Beachbody expecting to be a great Beachbody coach. You have to grow into that person. You have to develop your mind and your vision and how you see the world. And honestly, this has been the best part of Beachbody for me. It's absolutely changed the way I've approached the world, and my mindset is so much different. And with that, I am going to turn it on over to Rob. And let me just see if I can get off my screen share here without advancing everything. So maybe I'll do that.
So much great stuff there, Rohan, that, I want to kind of go over all that, but I know we have limited time to try to get all this good stuff in. So we will.
Oh, did I mess that up? I'm sorry. It's a live presentation and sometimes we goof things up. All right. So I think you're up now.
Yeah, hold on a sec. I think now
I think I may have kicked your screen share off.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I think I booted myself off somehow, some way. So, anyway, so while I'm there we go. Let's see, while I'm fumbling around with this, essentially, what is? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you're good.
What's so great about this is that we all come from different aspects of life. I think Rohan and myself were probably had very similar points in our life where we were both dads, we both had little kids, and we both realized, boy, there's one or two ways we can go. We can continue to be the unfit dad and parent that we are, kind of feeling sluggish every day, kind of grinding through every day the best we could, but not really feeling the best about ourselves, both physically, mentally. And it really challenged us. And being a parent's tough. And you also want to set a great example, right? So, that's kind of what kicked my journey off back in 2009. I have 3 fantastic boys. My youngest was just born. He's turning 10 this summer. I was struggling out of breath playing trucks with the 3 kids on the floor. And I knew, boy, something's got to change. And so, about a week later, I remember it was vividly, it was a Friday night. I'd gotten out of work, had half a pizza in front of me, a 6-pack of beer. It was late at night. And sure enough, what comes on is P90X, the infamous infomercial. And I kind of looked at it and said, boy, I've tried everything else. I've gone to the gym, but due to scheduling, just have a hard time getting there on a regular basis. And once I do get there, really not even sure what to do to get any type of results. So why not? So I ordered P90X, got it in, was all excited about it, did the first day and was like ready to die. I was so sore. It was back and chest and I could barely move and, abs as well. And I'm like, okay, day one, that's it, I'm done. And a funny thing happened later that night. Um, Somebody who claimed to be my coach wanted to talk about me getting P90X, and I said, "Geez, I didn't get a coach. I didn't order a coach. I hope they didn't charge my credit card for a coach." He goes, "No, no, no, we're free. But what we do is we've already been through the program in most cases, and the goal really is to help you get through the program." And it kind of interested me. I'm like, boy, that's pretty interesting. So Mike helped me out. He introduced me to a whole bunch of other people that were doing the program like myself, and I saw that, boy, you know what? They weren't doing a very good job, just like I wasn't doing a very good job. They were struggling every single day, but you know what? They were coming back every single day. Um, and I said, I could do that. If they're doing that, I could do that. And so one day became two, two became three, three and four, and so on and so forth, to the point where I finished P90X. And absolutely got amazing results because of it. And then I did the second round of P90X and got even better results. And I was hooked. I was off all medication, blood pressure medication, and high blood pressure, cholesterol, and that was it. So I became a coach, purely for the discount initially, and attempted to work the business kind of half-hearted, but really didn't put a lot of time and effort. And just like Rohan had said earlier, is that you need to be coachable. The person that you come into Beachbody with right now is not the same person you're going to develop, in a month, 2 months, 3 months, and so on and so forth. Just like anything in life that you dedicate yourself to, you evolve. And boy, I mean, like Rohan had said earlier, is that, the person that I am now compared to the person I was when I first began is really light years, difference. Now there's really nothing that I'm really fearful of trying or undertaking, where before I'd shy away from just about anything that, there was a comfort level against. So it's been magical. And, a funny thing happened along the way is that, I was a coach for a long time for the discounts and the amazing tax benefits. I'm sure if many of you doing taxes, they're due in a couple of weeks. It was phenomenal. I mean, I got in the best shape of my life. I helped some people with programs. I got a great discount, and I saved money on my taxes. I mean, what could be better than that? Well, what could be better than that was, boy, I love the workouts. I love the community that Beachbody presented with all the inspirational people and the people that you came into contact with, not only locally, but nationwide. I wanted to help others do exactly the same and teach them how to earn a revenue stream doing what I love to do. You can see my three boys there getting bigger, and if you're familiar with college tuition, you know that that's not gonna subside anytime soon. So I knew I needed to have ancillary revenue stream in order to help out with this. So I decided to turn my hobby into really a passion and a business. And so, like Rohan said, I have a little bit of a background in nutrition and fitness, aside from Beachbody, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. So I became a personal trainer, NSCA certified, and precision nutrition certified, which really has nothing to do with Beachbody, other than it's an interest of mine. And certainly the more knowledge you have, the better. But really, neither here nor there to the business. You can see my bio right there. I like Rohan, a very busy career, in that I'm a general manager of the 27th Country Club, former golf professional. And again, that means nothing other than to say you can do this with any amount of time. I hear that excuse so often, not only in the business, but fitness. Oh, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time for that. I can't do that. The amount of excuses we build up in our heads are just infantile. And so the goal really is to, break down those barriers. That it's not that you don't have enough time. It's that you're putting up these roadblocks to create the appearance that you don't have enough time. I'm as busy as I am today, doing Beachbody and training and helping other people and my own family. I guarantee you, if you told me something was important to me, I could carve another 4 hours out of my schedule in order to make that happen. So ultimately, it's a matter of what's important to you. As Rohan stated, I am a Body Beast addict. I absolutely love it. But that's not to say I do all the other programs. I love PIO. I love T25. Insanity Max 30 are fantastic. I run not as much as I used to, but like Rohan said, this affords you so many different aspects in life. So the benefits of being a coach, we spoke to some of it as far as doing it full or part-time, setting your own hours, building the business online or in person. With social media, the ease of building this in a national business is so easy, and also to do anywhere, anytime, whether you're in line at the grocery store, you're waiting for your kids at the school bus, you're at a PTA meeting, whatever the case may be, you can essentially build this anywhere. And as a business owner, you get to expense your fitness costs associated with the business, whether that be home gym costs, whether that be apparel costs, food costs. I mean, you name it, you can justify it, you can expense it. So it's a pretty exceptional business. When you sign up as a coach, you receive 3 preloaded websites. You don't have to be a website designer. You don't have to be some type of czar with the computer. God knows I'm not. Everything is pre-done for you. You just pump in your bio and away you go. You get links that are associated specific to you, websites associated specific to you, an entire back office. You also get, which is pretty cool, and in fact, I just started a challenge group today on the fitness app with 60 of my closest friends, running a group that allows you right on your phone to keep up to date with what everybody's doing, what their workouts are, what their nutrition is. It's spectacular. So whether or not you're helping friends at the office, whether you're helping some girlfriends that get together with after school, or whether or not you're a gym owner or a trainer, looking really to help refine what you do so you can keep in contact with clients throughout the week rather than just once or twice where they may seek you out for training. You also get an online office to help monitor clients, all your orders, commissions, bonuses. You don't do any of this yourself. It's automatically done for you. So from an accounting standpoint, it's absolutely exceptional. Now, I run a business as a career goes, and let me tell you, the amount of work that it takes is just really awe-inspiring. I have, for the amount of work that I have to do, that I would have to do with Beachbody, I have 5 people at work that do that. With this, it's automatically done. I don't have to do any of it. You just look in your back office and all the information is there. So the rewards are immense if you choose to go after it. I mean, quite honestly, if you told me 9 years ago I'd be the person that I am today, the shape, the fortitude that I have, the courage that I show, and I'm not where I want to be, but comparative to where I was. And I think that's important to realize. We're all competing against ourselves. We're not competing against anybody else. But the commissions, you get a 25% commission off of everything on your website. You get bonuses for team growth, trips. You get subscription commissions off of on-demand. And I'll explain on-demand momentarily. Trips, recognition, learning, and personal development. I was fortunate enough to go down to a summit in Tennessee last year, down in Nashville, and meet Rohan in person. And so it's pretty exceptional, all the added benefits that you get. Statement of earnings, one of my favorite pages here. And you may say, geez, Rob, it's just a spreadsheet, and it is just a spreadsheet. But what it does tell you is that the amount of work and effort and dedication, the desire that you have, the earning potential is limitless. If you don't put the work in, if you're not coachable, if you don't pay attention to the business, you're going to get nothing out of it. This is almost like a gym membership or a trainer. If you don't go to the gym, if you don't put in the work, if you don't put in the dedication, if you don't pay attention to the trainer, you're going to get nothing out of it and therefore no results. If you do what you're supposed to do and you are coachable and you put the desire and the dedication and the persistence into it, the the reward, the payoff is absolutely amazing. Not just necessarily in who you become, but financially. Statement of earnings. Essentially, what happens is that everybody comes to Beachbody with a different skill set. Rohan comes with a different skill set than I come with. My skill set maybe was more of a people person skill set than it was a technological skill set. And so therefore, for me to learn a lot of the technology as far as the social media aspect, it took a long time to learn that. And so therefore, maybe my success wasn't as quick as maybe somebody else's who may be a whiz in the social media platforms. Or some people may have a huge following of friends that they absolutely hit a home run right off the bat. While other people, they just got to work on themselves first, and as they go, people start asking them questions. And so everybody's a little bit different as far as what they come to the table with. And I'll backtrack a little bit as far as what on-demand is. You're probably asking yourself, boy, Rob, you kind of went through that fast. What on-demand is, it's the newest platform that Beachbody offers as far as streaming workouts. It's really the way that Beachbody is going to be sold going forward. And I would say right now it's probably 50%, if not more, today. What it is that it's a platform, think Netflix for fitness, where you stream all the workouts direct to your device, whether that be a laptop, computer, smart TV, smartphone, really the list goes on, Chromebook, iPad. Wherever you can get an internet signal and stream, you can get on the Beachbody On Demand website and stream whatever workout that you're doing. Not only does it have all the workouts, it has a nutrition plan, it has soup to nuts, everything that you need to know about the workouts, and it walks you through each step. Not only does it have that, we have reality TV programming. They did the trainer search for America's best trainer under the age of 20. And they have more and more. They have cooking shows. They have a million different things, as well as over $6,500 worth of workouts throughout the program. So no matter what you're doing, whether you're looking for strength training, whether you're looking for more bodybuilding, whether you're looking for HIIT workouts, yoga. In fact, I've been doing a yoga retreat, which is phenomenal. I'm not the most graceful guy going, but being in the golf business, I need to maintain my flexibility. And as much as I love lifting, I also have to temper that with yoga in order to remain flexible. So that way I do have some semblance of a golf swing and bounce. So that's what on demand is, and it is absolutely amazing. So whatever coach invited you, what I would do is I'd hit them up. You can get a free 30-day membership to take a look at all that has to offer, and I highly recommend it if you already don't. So what you get with us is you get outstanding support, the training, the tools, the business quick start, coach basics. We're in the throes right now of Project Care, which is an amazing training offered by our team. You get marketing tools. The communication is absolutely amazing. The coach call today, they have a national coach call where the latest millionaire coach gives their tips of the business, of where they came from, how their persistence paid off, what they did, and any type of insight that's going to help us. And it's absolutely amazing. There's over, I think, 500 and some odd calls recorded, so you can listen to those nonstop. We're on all the social media platforms. I'm sure if you're on any of them, you see Beachbody incessantly as far as what is available. What to expect from our team. The beauty of this business is that you learn from those who are successful in your coach. So not only do you learn from whoever your coach is, but you learn from their coach's coach and their coach's coach and whoever is successful in the business to help you succeed. That's the way this business works. This isn't about, me being successful and nobody else being successful. This is about me being successful, helping Rohan be successful, helping his coaches be successful, helping my coaches be successful, and so on and so forth down the line. And success breeds success. So you also received the free training provided by our team, which I spoke about regarding Project Care, regular team meetings online, quarterly meetings, leadership training, unbelievable support, and plenty of recognition going forward. When you join as a coach, the easiest, most effective way to join is via a challenge pack. And what a challenge pack is that is immense savings between $50 and $80, and I think that number is even greater now. And it also waives the $40 coach fee. So what you get with that challenge pack, you get the fitness program of choice, you get shipment of Shakeology Home Direct or performance supplements, whatever you so choose, and a trial of Beachbody Club on Demand, which we spoke about. But the greatest challenge pack right now is that of the on-demand challenge pack, which gets you 1 year of on-demand, your first shipment of Shakeology or performance supplements, and a year of on-demand at $199. And it's absolutely amazing because on-demand in itself is $129. And so the value you get there is just immense. You save something like $100 and some odd dollars. So that's the way that I recommend all coaches to go, mainly because you need to be a product of the product. Like Rohan had stated earlier, is this doesn't work if you don't do the programs or you don't take the nutrition. There's just no way to do it. It'd be like recommending a movie you've never seen. If you're doing your own thing and somebody else what you're doing, I mean, what sense does that make? Why would they follow you? And so that's the goal, is that you need to essentially be doing one of the workouts, be taking some sort of nutrition or the supplements, and really being a product of the product. I mean, the reason why I'm successful, the reason why Rohan is successful is because we both know the products work and they kick butt. They are real workouts, real nutrition, and they are high quality. And so that's really the goal. There are other ways you can become a coach, whether it's Shakeology Home Direct plus the coaching fee or the fitness program plus the coaching fee. But in all honesty, if you really want to be successful at this, the challenge pack is the way to go. Another great page slide that we have here is the ongoing business service fee. And you may say, geez, Rob, why paying $15.95 a month? Is this a great slide? Well, it's a great slide because you really have to take a look at really what it encompasses. And for those veterans or active duty military or the spouses of such, this fee is waived as a thank you for your support that your family has gone through in protecting this country. So that's something to take in mind as well. But what the $15.95 covers is you never touch any of this product. You don't have to bring in thousands of dollars worth of inventory. Everything is housed in warehouses throughout the country, so you don't have to touch anything. Beachbody takes all the orders. They provide you with the websites. They do all the product warehousing. They have customer support 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, meaning that anytime, anywhere you need help, whether it be technical service, you can get it. Truly amazing. Marketing, we spend more money on marketing the product so people know what you're talking about. There's not one person I've ever talked to that you mentioned P90X, T25, Insanity, P90X3, Body Beast, you name it, they've never heard of it. It just doesn't happen at all, especially if they're looking to get in shape. You receive constant communications, training, success on demand, and Beachbody on demand stream. Absolutely amazing. So in the next 24 hours, what's going to happen? The person who invited you will follow up and ask, what did you like best about the presentation? In all honesty, help us. If you thought we should have covered something more in detail or it should have been a quicker presentation, all this information helps. Does it seem like the right fit to help you achieve your goals? I mean, ultimately, that's what we're looking for. Whether you're looking to get in the best shape of your life, whether you're looking to make some money, whether you're looking to do both, one or the other, we'd love to absolutely help with that. And ultimately find out what your goals are. and what appeals to you. Become a coach, a customer, both. Somebody maybe say, Rob, I'm at the beginning of my weight loss journey. The last thing I really want to do is become a coach and make people think that I know what I'm talking about. Well, the beauty of that is you don't have to know what you're talking about, because Beachbody does it all for you. The fitness programs and nutrition, it's all spelled out. What we do is we provide support. And what the support is, in many ways, it's not necessarily you knowing everything. It could simply be you struggling with your fitness and nutrition just like somebody else does. And I kind of look back and wish that before I did 2 rounds of P90X, I became a coach, because I had so many people asking me questions what I was doing when I started losing 10, 20, 30, 40 pounds. And by the time I got to where, I became a coach, I was kind of, I don't want to say a finished product, because we're never a finished product, but, the weight fluctuation isn't there. The amount of muscle mass that I put on back then was probably at its peak. Now I see much lesser or gradual, uh, you know, changes in my physique. So people don't ask me quite as much. They kind of figure I was somehow born this way, which we all know that certainly wasn't the case. So if you have any questions, you want to get back in touch with myself or Rohan. You can find Rohan at teamfindyourfocus@gmail.com, or message him via Facebook, or you can touch base with me via countryclubgm@gmail.com. But like I said, really, the easiest way to do it is via Messenger on Facebook. We'll hit you right back up. We'll get in touch. We'll explain everything soup to nuts to you. Certainly appreciate the time you took out of this evening, and you have a great night.
Good night, everybody.